Hi, everyone. It's Kathy Homeyer. How's everybody today? Hope everybody's well. It is April in the Adirondacks here, and we're still at 20 degrees and snow, and it's crazy. Everybody's done. But today I have something, what I find exciting anyway. I've got my little chefy coat on, so I'm a little bit more of a chef today than energist, but we're going to do some energetic processes as well. And let me make sure I can get to my screen to say hello and look. I think you guys know the process here with this type of, I'm using Be Live, so I do check to see who's there. You can comment. You can press the little bubbles and thumbs up and hearts if you like something. That's always really cool. Hi, Natalie. I see Natalie here. Oh, they come up automatically. I don't know if you guys see those. Wow, Bucharest, hello. You are probably going to know much about what I'm going to talk about with probiotics. Do you make your own? So hello there. That's who I was talking to. Hey, Natalie. Thank you so much for doing what you do for me. So I've got a couple things to start with today. We're talking about the microbiome, but usually we think a microbiome snow in Minnesota today too. Sorry to have that for you, but I'm glad we're not the only one. Happy Super Soul Sunday, Kathy. Oh, that's really cool. Hello. Yes, you do. See, I thought so. We're talking about the microbiome, and I thought I had that up on the screen there, so I was going to try and put that what we were talking about today. So it's actually the microbiome, and your microbiome is actually even multidimensional. We kind of think of microbiome just in our digestive system or immune system there, but the microbiome is all over. I can even do an aura clearing for your microbiome or with your microbiome. It's really about the microbiome being symbiotic with you. It's in our aura. It's within our body, assisting and healing us. And it's also a dimensional one that we can basically communicate with and align ourselves with all of our microbiome. I talk a lot about the 9 dimensions, but our microbiome is also dimensional too. So it's really cool that we can align with our microbiome. I've got a hello from Kristen. And yeah, I love that one. Happy Super Soul Sunday. So let me just do a little bit on the microbiome. And I actually have some physical little cool critters here that make probiotics. So I'll show you those later as well. Let me type in for those coming in. We're talking about the microbiome. And I don't know what that means to you. If you want to put in the comments, I may not see them all as I talk, but if you can say, what does that mean to you? And let's put that right in that. What does microbiome mean to you? And are you afraid of it? Does it mean something weird to you? Does it go, ew, all the little critters? Well, I've been working in my kitchen with probiotics for quite a while, long time. And I just love having them around me. But first, let's do some etheric processes. I'm going to start Lightwave, and I tried to show you behind. This is my whole kind of kitchen demo area, not my kitchen, but the demo. And I tried to show you this huge container of essential oils I have behind me, because I not only use essential oils for health and healing, but also for cooking. This is a carrot seed essential oil. We're going to do a show on essential oils for both health and healing, plus cooking, and the different things. So I'm just going to put on a little bit of lavender here to start up the Lightwave process. So we're going to, when I'm just talking, I'll be sending some Lightwave energies to you as well, just some wonderful balancing Lightwave energies. And before I talk more about the microbiome, I'm going to send a couple of accelerators over to you. Yeah, Kelly says your gut health. Yep, that is absolutely true. Essential oils I use Young Living, have for a long time. I do have some others. I really trust Young Living as a real quality one because I also cook with them. So especially black pepper, there's a hint for you. Really cool in sauces. But got lost what I was saying there, guys. But I'm going to send you a couple, start Lightwave and send you a couple of accelerators that I have, or just we're going to send some magic today while we're talking the microbiome. And the microbiome, yeah, everybody says gut. Most people say gut. That's what we've finally gotten to know, that the microbiome is in our gut. But like I said, the microbiome is actually in your aura and all through your body. So it's not just gut bacteria. The microbiome, if you saw the show last week, and well, I'm going to just pause to send you some magic here. If you can see this accelerator, it's a fun magical accelerator. You see the magic hat. So I'm going to pick up some energies here. And mostly because I love having fun in my kitchen, I think. So I'm thinking fun. This is the accelerator with the mechanics of modern alchemy for inspiration and magical manifestation. It assists one in creating, maintaining a magical lifestyle through their own power of will and intent. It ignites the living fields of inspiration within the awakening human blueprint. It awakens one's former life magical skills and allows one to access higher dimensional alchemic patterns and formulas connected to Merlin and the many new modern day magicians. So that's the magic accelerator. Isn't that cool? A little magic in our lives, right? It's all good. With good intent, we're all really cool about it. So we'll send some of that magic for you. With the microbiome, if you saw my show last week, which was an interview with Andy Lockmears, we talked about different phases of dis-ease and how to look at dis-ease in a different way. But the microbiome, which we didn't get to talk about, and it's kind of simple, kind of complicated, is the microbiome actually morphs to where you are in the healing cycle. And a lot of times we try and, yes, you're very welcome for the love magic. I think that one's really cool. And we always try to eliminate our microbes because we think they're the bad guys. They're the bad bacteria. Oh my gosh, we have a fungus overgrowth. Now, obviously, a fungus overgrowth is not something that you want, but that actually happens in the healing phase. And you just may be looping so that is more than you'd want. But our little critters, for the most part, are our friends. They can't survive without our body. So why would they want to do anything to intentionally make us sick? Hi, Patty. So the microbiome really is our friend. And I'm going to do more about this. I'm actually, if you want to join me in From Heartache to Joy on Facebook, and actually it'll be a live call, but it'll be announced on my Facebook page. Well, I'll probably put it on Kathy Homeyer Facebook page. I'll put it also on this page, which I have created for you guys. It's my nourishing9d.com /AA. Sometimes there are numbers in there. There are some extra bonuses for you guys. I created that for the Akashic Academy folks, okay? I don't think I updated anything today, but I will try and do that, and I will put the link to my talk on Wednesday. I can't believe that's coming up. That kind of wraps all this together, okay? And here's one for immune system boost while we're talking with the numbers. These are base numbers. You can say them. You can type them out and put them on your water. If you put them on water, I do a lot of little dropper bottles like this so that I can take droppers full of the waters and use them daily. It's part of many of my programs. Is infused waters, and they've been very effective because that is really a substrate for your body to take in better. So we can do etherics, and that can clear our field and do a lot to our field. And ideally, we want that to come down into our 3D level. But if you put your infusions and your etherics in water, it's a substrate that you can that can relate to your 3D body. We all know water is really, really magical. Okay, so let me show you what I have. You're not going to be able to see very well, but I'm going to show you some of my probiotics. that I have that I make to drink. Basically, these are mostly beverages, although you can do more. Probiotics used to be in tons of our food. They used to help preserve our food. On this side here, that that big crock right there makes basically, well, you can call it sauerkraut if you want, but it'll do carrots. It makes tons of probiotics. That's what we used to use for preservation. And we're finding now that those probiotics help us digest our food. Those are the most that we think about our digestive system because it's the one that we can take in with our food as well. The big condiment tray that you used to, that you probably still see, those all used to be truly probiotic foods. The pickles were probiotic, right? And God bless everybody that cans, really, they're, everybody uses some great foods there, but you're killing the enzymes. The enzymes and the probiotics are what you really want. So if you can get the raw probiotics, like you can do cabbage. It's very inexpensive. Carrots do beautifully. I do all sorts of different things in my crock there, and sometimes I combine. But as far as beverages, I just wanted to show you, and again, you're not going to be able to see too much. I'll try and hold it still. This is kombucha, which many of you may be familiar with, which many of you, make it and drink it. You can put a high five there in the comments if you drink or make kombucha. So this is really a bacteria culture, right? But it is probiotic. It's giving us good bacteria to drink. It's a really healthy beverage. And I happen to have, I live in the Adirondacks, so I am able to get my own chaga, my chaga chunks from trees off my property. So I can make a really high vibe probiotic drink doing my using chaga tea, because kombucha generally uses tea. And I can get this right off my trees. And then you may be familiar with the Terra Resonator from Peter Shank's show with me and with Christy Warnick. If you put your teas on top of your Terra Resonator, you have a super high vibe, elementally balanced, hey Margaret, probiotic drink. So this is really awesome, and I love my chaga kombucha. All sorts of words there. The next one I have is, now this is my grape soda. It's gotten a little cloudy because it's been in here a little bit longer than normal. But I have little tiny grains in here called Japanese crystals, or water kefir, if they're called that as well. You can get them on, you can get all these online, and there's some very good sources for culturing. I forget the sources. I can, if you want them, ask for them, and I can put them in there. But Cultures for Health is a very, very good one as well, and I know there's others. And you can just literally pour soda in here. And in about 3 or 4 days in a warm place, you will have a fizzy grape soda. You can do a fizzy apple soda. You can do, that's the short version of how to do it. You can actually do a lemon culture and then culture that with any other flavors as well. So it's a real high vibe, again, a real high vibe soda that we can replace our sodas with. I mean, don't you love the fizzy part of sodas? And hated to give them up because of that. Hey, Christy's here. So the other one is another one it's called a Kefir Grain, and it's inside this jar. You wouldn't be able to see it too well, but it looks like generally, well, the grains grow with everyone. And the good thing about all these they are self-sustaining. They are self-sustaining entities for us. You don't have to go buy them again. You buy them once, you make them, and as long as you care for them, talk to them, give them a little love and high vibe, and they just keep creating for you. They're awesome. Inside this is another kind of kefir grain. So you can have the water kefir or Japanese water crystals, or you can have the dairy kefir grain. Now, this is the kind that we're supposed to have. As we're older, a lot of us go, oh, I can't do dairy, all that sort of thing. Well, the milk is different that you're getting in the store. If you're lucky, you can get some non-homogenized, non-pasteurized milk. if that resonates with you, and drink that, and it's much, much better for your system. You can digest that. The other milk is the protein, all the molecules are just changed in it. Yeah, I saw that little glitch down there. Good going. So this is it looks like a little squishy cauliflower. That's the best way I can describe it. If you haven't seen a dairy kefir grain, you plop it in your, well, I use ball jars a lot. You plop it in your ball jar and literally let it sit in a warm place. Yes, a warm place for about 3 to 4 days. And you have a digestible dairy drink that's has like 100 times more probiotics than yogurt. So I eat yogurt all the time, but I love my, I just found a source of goat's milk nearby. So I'm going to get some goat's milk and make some of my own yogurt, which is going to be fabulous. And yep, almond milk too. But yep, dairy is just different. And I know people, you know, we've been steered away from dairy, and you know, there's different cultures that did dairy all the time and different cultures that don't do dairy at all. So I have a friend, I was hoping she was going to be on the call today. I don't see her writing in here. But she does dairy a lot. She has more of a European background, like the Swiss Alps area, and they survive on milk and cheese, but not the milk and cheese that we've, you know, made over here. So they did a lot of kefir, and kefir really was something that you could carry your milk around and travel with your milk because the kefir itself preserves it. So anyway, it turns out to be like a thick, drinkable yogurt with 100 times more good stuff in it, vitamins and minerals. And they all bump up vitamin C and Bs. I was looking around for my vegetable culture. I don't see it right here. But that, and if you guys are interested in more cooking related, I do a lot of cooking for like high vibe cooking for ascension type of things. We can do a lot more here because now I have video and I have all the supplies here to do it. So I haven't done much of that yet because I just love all the other stuff I do as well. But we can do some really cool cooking classes as well. Things like making your own probiotic sodas and things like that. So, and Christy, thank you for sharing. I appreciate everybody who shares this and signs on. It's nice seeing you all. I don't think I missed any questions. It's always nice when you're interviewing somebody because you can kind of scroll through and talk to everybody and do things while they're talking. So let's do let's balance your microbiome. Well, first I'm going to talk about, yay, good. I love the cooking classes. So there's a yes, high vibe cooking for ascension. Thank you. I've been doing this a while and really get into the vibe of the food, can give some tips and tricks for how to, you know, take a food that you have and increase the vibe of your food and all that thing. The school sign behind me is my Adirondack cooking school. I do general cooking classes that you can get online. We're putting them up into a nice class format. You can come and have cooking classes with me. And yeah, I've been in my kitchen for, I can't believe I can say, over 30 years. And I have been totally focused on nutrient-dense foods. I am very blessed to have farmers in the area that I can get good foods from. But also, yes, chaga mushrooms is the king of mushrooms. Most people don't see it in this type of form. This is literally picked off a tree right outside very carefully. I know how to pick the chaga to keep it sustainable. But what you want, the inside here is what you want. It's the melatonin type of stuff. That's the orange. And that's what I do to make my tea and then to make my chaga. Oh, yay, somebody from Saratoga near us. Great. My chaga kombucha. Yeah, jeez, all these names. Okay, this is my chaga kombucha. So this one is very light, and I put some in my glass. It's very tingly and good. I can drink these things all the time. Now, if you're going to go ahead and do some of these beverages, be careful, because if your system is compromised, You may have a healing reaction and a die-off reaction. So be careful if you just, go ahead and drink. I can pretty much drink a quart of this on my own now in a day. But if I kind of let loose to that, then I don't. So anyway, I was going to do talk about the microbiome in dimensionality, and then do a little process to everybody who wants to receive. I will do a simple process of, we'll do a general intent for balancing your microbiome. I have all my essences here. I have all my lists here. It's a really neat process to do a full body microbiome balance. The full body microbiome actually balances ancestral energies of your microbiome. It does a battle release of old, I'm going to say injuries, but like anything, think injury figuratively. There's Lynn. Hi, Lynn. She's drinking a little bit of her kefir now. There's the one who said who really likes her dairy. She got on. Hi, Lynn. So dimensionally, like I said, we can think of our microbiome way more than our stomach. It's in every part of our body. It keeps every part of our body balanced. When we go into a dis-ease situation, that microbiome stays with that and activates when it needs and morphs when it needs. So much like we've learned that a fever is a good thing, and our body elevates its temperature to release, the microbiome is right along in there doing its thing. So we have to start thinking of our microbiome a little bit differently, and really have a symbiotic relationship with it, and know when to assist it and when to have a little bit of, over-the-counter assistance, I guess you could call, but also when it's really healing you. And learn those processes. That is what I'm going to be talking about Wednesday in my new launch of the program. And whether you get it or not, just come and listen. It's really kind of an eye-opener to that. When I worked with Dr. Karen a lot, and I was telling her about the mega aligners and why our body has to be aligned to the fields of the earth. And she added that was something she didn't know, but when she knew that, she added also that our microbiome has to be dimensionally balanced as well. So let's do a couple of processes of, if you haven't thought about it before, just, you don't have to do anything fancy. Just intend to connect with your microbiome. I do a process called a coning. And if you'd like to follow along with it, you may. We're going to invite the Deva of Healing, the Deva of the Microbiome Balancing Program. And that's usually good enough. We can invite others, but we're being focused here. We're going to invite Pan for nature, the intelligence of nature. And that certainly goes right along with our microbiome. We are going to invite higher level assistance of 100% light score. Nobody less than that is welcome in our little conference call. I like to call this our little energetic safety bubble. And then our higher self. So if you'd like to join, you can join in. And you can stay within your bubble if you want, or join the group healing bubble. Just by intention, you're all welcome into mine. And then think of your microbiome and just connect with your dimensional microbiome. We've got the microbiome inside. So we've got, and think of all the levels that I kind of think of. There's microbiome everywhere. Even in our aura, there is a microbiome. And there is a process for clearing that. It's a little longer than we have time for it today. But we're going to intend to bring in we're going to do a quick balancing. So we're going to bring in our multidimensional microbiome, our auric microbiome, all levels of our microbiome that is in and around us. And then first, it's two different parts. The general intention. So you can say to yourselves, I intend to Our general intention is for general balancing of our microbiome, and we can get very specific and do processes right along into, my infected toe or the, lesion on my neck or something like that. You can actually get pretty specific and help the microbiome balance back out. But we're just going to do a general intent for general balancing of our microbiome. In and around us, our multidimensional as well as our body microbiome. And this one is just 2 general steps. First, you ask for the stabilizing essences. And I have lists of stabilizing essences here within the microbiome program. So I'll pick those up for you. The essences you can get as physical essences, or if you have an etheric process that you do, like Lightwave allows, then you can pick those up as well. So if you don't have anything physical like that in front of you, or the physical essences, which you probably don't, I'll get them for you, okay? And send them out. So I'm going to see how many essences are needed for the group listening now and everybody to listen in the future. I'm going to see how many essences it's going to take to stabilize our microbiome. Usually it's 1 or 2, like if I'm working with one person, it's gone up to 5 or 6. So we may end up with a lot because all these essences, I'm dowsing this for the whole group, okay? So you only probably need 3 or 4 or 5 of these, which your body will know that you want. But I may end up with a lot of them. I don't know. Let me see. Is it more than 10? Yep. More than 20? No, I actually was thinking in the 30s, but it's not. More than 10, more than 20. More than 10, more than 15, more than 16, 17, 19, 20. So about 19 essences for stabilizing. And I have those here, so I'm going to pick those up and infuse those for you. And these will tend to go into your multidimensional integration system, which is centered about here. And as I'm doing that, let's make sure everybody's open. No, okay. Not everybody's multidimensional integration system is open, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll intend that your multidimensional integration system be opened in the highest and best way for you. That allows frequencies and etherics to come in better, just kind of like we take food in here. Our multidimensional integration system is there. So we're going to infuse those. I'm going to send the 19, but you're going to infuse the ones that you need. And if you douse, you can douse which ones you need. And if you do, you can tell me if it was a few or a lot. And these are right on the list that I have. So these are actual infusions that go along with the multidimensional balancing program. Too many big words. The micro balancing program. Okay. So we're going to pick those up and send those over. And these could be something, these are all nature essences. So they could be, they have names like rose essences, like white lightning, orange ruffles. They're really fun names. Garden essences like broccoli or cucumber or zucchini. These are from the Paralandra essences and process. Or kind of like call it a rose too. Nature program, which is moon or bowl. They have nice, really cool names. Okay, so there's the stabilizing. Let's see if we infused all the stabilizing. Nope, not yet. Okay, and then we'll go to the balancing essences. And we're going to go right down to the wire here at 1:30, but we're going to get all this done. And if for some reason the balancing essences haven't completed, I'll finish those when I release the live show here. Okay, so all the stabilizing essences are infused. So let's find out how many balancing essences we need. So is it more than 5, more than 10, more than 20? 1, 2, 3, 24. Oh yeah, a lot of balancing essences here, folks. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's not over 30, but it's over 25. So we're going to pick all these up, and we're going to send you the balancing essences for the intent of general balancing of your microbiome today. And don't forget to check out this this page here. To join my show on Wednesday, the talk, and you can also get the replay, but joining in is really great. And we're sending you over the essences you need for balancing, so your microbiome is generally balanced and stabilized. And then next week, actually, I'm going to be interviewing the coolest guys. I call them the Beagleson boys. It's the Dr. Harry Beagleson's sons. They're going to talk about live blood reading and microbiome as well. They're really fun guys, and I'm hoping to have split screens so they can show you some of their slides. They show you, actually, they will show you holograms that they can see in people's blood. They're going to talk about they're really fun. It's a really fun talk. So I hope to see you next week. We haven't got all the balancing infused, so I'll keep that up, and I hope to see you next time. There's some great shows coming up behind me. Just look at the Akashic Academy Facebook page for the daily schedule. Oh, good. Lynn says she's feeling the tingle. All right. Okay, guys, you're very welcome. I hope you got a little bit of insight to your microbiome today, as much as we could do, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.